Hello everyone, welcome to MK304. This is for our week 4 materials. The purpose of this video is to step you through some of the general principles associated with our week 4 virtual lab exercise, as you can also see on the screen right now. As a special reminder, there is no application activity due this week, so we'll be stepping you through just an overview of our worksheet here and some of the directions that will help you get some more information on ESRI's Business Analyst Online, or the web mapping application for Business Analyst. So the document that you're seeing here is available under our modules this week, specifically inside of our virtual lab, part of our exercises and assignments for this week. So with that, I have opened the week 4 virtual lab exercise. This is broken down into, I think, about 9 steps here that I have for you. Or you can go through this on your own, or you can follow along with me just to show you how to do some of the setups. First off, we'll be using Business Analyst Online, specifically the Business Analyst web app, the web mapping application. And our activity this week will be associated with helping you obtain some training on that. In other words, we're just going to show you kind of how to use that in a series of short little tutorials for this week. And so the idea is that we're giving you some exposure to how to understand and work with business data from a BI perspective, from a business intelligence and spatial perspective. So that being said, right in number 1 here, sometime, or you should have received an email here by the time you're seeing this video from either ESRI or ArcGIS or ArcGIS.com. Usually, sometimes it varies however they title the email, but you'll receive an email from ESRI or ArcGIS.com with a username and a password. So your username will be provided to you, and there will be instructions for you in that email for how to set up your password to access the web application. That's what this means, the Business Analyst Online, or just Business Analyst web app. You can kind of think of it like that. So please do not lose your login. And once you set up your password credentials, please write them down so you do not lose them, or however you need to record that. Keep in mind that the username for Business Analyst will not be your St. Mary's login. They're different. The real difference here being is the underbar. There's an underbar here instead of an at. So, for you, it'd be your first initial, middle initial, last name, followed by the year or whatever it is there, and then an underbar, and then smumn.edu. And your password will be whatever you set it out to be. So with that, we're ready to begin. And as I noted a few minutes ago, Business Analyst is particularly really cool because we can get a chance to look at not only demographic information, but trends and patterns, which is really the essence of this course, looking to see trends, patterns, behaviors, things like that. So to access the training for this week, all you'll do is select this web link, or you can simply type www.arcgis.com. That will take you to this page. Once you're at this page, you may select sign in on either place here is fine. Go ahead and you'll enter in your password and your login credentials that were provided to you from the ESRI or ArcGIS login. Now mine will be a little bit different for you just because of admin rights here, so yours will look different from mine. Let's go ahead and log in. Once we're logged in, we'll see our name in the upper right, and then upon clicking on our name, or by the little hollowed out avatar here, you'll see that there'll be a training tab. Let's go ahead and select the training tab. Next. So here we go. I'm in my, just clicked on my avatar up here and then training. Now what I'm going to do is select catalog. I'm going to select the catalog option, which you can see right here. There's a little graphic for that course catalog. Once you're able to do that, type in Introduction to ArcGIS Business Analyst, and you will see a web course that comes up that looks somewhat similar to this, or will be similar to this. Let's do that next. So catalog, course catalog. Then we'll type in and then return. And here we will see Introduction to ArcGIS Business Analyst. So go ahead and select or open up this web course. And you'll notice that it says resume course. Sometimes I like to go in here and repeat courses, take courses, and you can start them, stop them again. The neat thing about this is that if you start your training session here and you need something comes up and you have to, go do something else, you can log off of your ArcGIS online application here or from your training, and then come back in and resume the course again when it works out for you. So let's go ahead and take a look back at our exercise. So once we begin the course, you didn't necessarily see this with me here because I've already my software selected. So you'll be given an opportunity to select what type of software version. Now, whether you choose 10.6, 10.7, 10.8, whatever it is, it's really not going to matter because we will be using the web app for our work here and not the desktop version of Business Analyst. So simply follow along with the instructions and review the slides. And once you arrive at the exercises, of special note, we're going to skip the first exercise because that deals with desktop application. We do not have desktop application. And instead, we're going to be working with our web application, our Business Analyst web app. So we'll show you what that looks like right here. So we're going to skip that first exercise, and we're going to come down to the second one where it says ArcGIS Business Analyst web app. So it says there right here in instructions too. So skip the first one, and we're going to go to the web app. And then once you go into that exercise, you'll have to enter, I suspect you might have to enter then some other credentials in order to get into that. But let's go ahead and we'll take a look at our course here. If we say resume course for me again, and I'm just going to come down here, and there'll be some data and whatnot that you may need to download for that. Okay, so I'm going to come down here to the exercise just to show you what that is. And it might take about 15 minutes or so to do that. And once you've downloaded the data and whatnot, we'll have to sign in. So you'll want to select the Business Analyst web app here. And here's where you will log in again using your school credentials. And it might also actually default if you're already logged in to arcgis.com. We'll see what happens here. Okay, so it looks like I do not have to log in because I'm already in here, but this is an example of a web app that I was working on unrelated to this week. It was just happened to be one I was doing some drive time analysis on, but nevertheless, this is what the interface will look like for you. And at that point, you'll simply just follow along and follow the directions. And again, this might take you anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour, but you may go through this at your leisure anytime in the next week. Again, there's nothing to submit for this. No product is required for the submission because we have one of our bigger assignments due this week. So that's what we have for our week 4 virtual lab exercise. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to reach out. Have a good week, everyone.